Okay, we're downloading A-Game's formula.
3, 2, 1. What's going on, world? DS1 Ross, and we back here on SheepStaysLeepTV. Shout out to everybody who support the platform. Much love. We are back with another video. Shout out to everybody that's in the building. I appreciate everybody for coming through today. We will have a great show for you today, man. Shout out to all the supporters. Much love to all of the visionaries. Shout out to the A-Game Nation, man. We back here on Sheep Stay Sleep with another show. Shout out to everybody in the chat room. And we will start this show. Just give me 1 minute. I got to make sure something is taken care of. 1 second. So I'll be right back. Okay, we back. I appreciate y'all for tuning in. Sorry for the hold up, but shout out to y'all once again. Let me get over here to the chat room. Shout out to Miss Angie in the building. Shout out to Miss Angie. I appreciate it, love, for always coming through, showing support. Shout out to my brother Walt Diddy in the building. A-Game Nation. Shout out to A.L. Evans in the building. Salute. Seven Holiday, what's going on, Seven Holiday? Larry Vaughn, peace. Peace to my brother Larry Vaughn in the building. Fierce Soul in the building, salute. Shout out to J.R. Meadows. BK Born Shahi. Shout out to you, man. Computer Geek, what's going on? Shout out to my brother the Bishop in the building. Shout out to the whole A-Game Nation. Miss Zahara. How you doing, Miss Zahara? Superior Black Man, what's going on? Shout out to everybody. Shout out to Miss Bronze Dip. I see you. Shout out to everybody, man. I appreciate y'all for pulling up. And y'all see today's show. Black men sure don't know how to pick them. We're going to use this the baby situation and Danny Lay, however you pronounce her last name or whatever, but I believe it's Danny Lay. We're going to use their situation as a way for black men to understand how you should deal with women and what type of women you should be dealing with. Because, see, a lot of us brothers, we weren't taught what type of women to deal with, how we should deal with women, what is the correct method to deal with women when you're dating, when you're in a relationship. A lot of us brothers, we didn't learn that stuff. A lot of us learned how to deal with women on a fly. A lot of us brothers. We learned through trial and error. We was never instructed like, listen, this is how you evaluate a woman. This is when you should start dealing with her like this. This is when you should start going out with her. Like, we didn't learn that. And shit, some of us we weren't even told that we shouldn't even worry about women like that. Because I know a lot of us who have children now, such as myself, I tell my sons, don't worry about having no girlfriend. Don't worry about having a girlfriend. Fall in love with yourself, son. Learn how to accept yourself before you take on other people. But this is something that I only learned because I wasn't told that. You see? So this is how you correct your mistakes with your children. You let them know, listen, you don't just willy-nilly deal with females. You don't just deal with them and think, oh, okay, this is just what I do. It don't work like that. Because this is how a lot of us fell into the pitfalls that we fell into dealing with women. It is because we weren't properly taught. We was taught to say, oh, she's nice. Hi, how you doing? Introduce yourself. And if she like you, she like you. And then, y'all start talking and then she become your girl and whatever happens from there. So a lot of us brothers, we're like freelancers when it comes to dating and dealing with females, because a lot of us weren't taught. And then some of us weren't taught, and then some of us were taught the wrong way. Some of us who wasn't even taught directly, we had bad examples. We looked at the guy who had all of the women as something to say, oh shit, why all the women like him? I want all the women to like me. And when we young, we don't understand what that brother dealing with when he got 4 or 5 women. We don't understand. We think it's all peaches and cream, and it's not. And you learn that as you get older and you start dealing with women yourself. There's a lot of things that come with dealing with women, being in a relationship with them, being around them. It's not that cut and dry like a lot of us may have thought. Growing up and seeing dudes with 2-3 women at one time, and we thinking like, oh, he just know what he doing. Like he's just a master. No, he actually has a methodology on how he deals with women, what type of women he deals with. You see? So in the baby situation, I know a lot of y'all probably think, celebrities go through this stuff too, man. And I'm gonna let y'all know, we're going to see a lot more of this type of stuff, because the pandemic should have showed us that the celebrities are not too far away from us, y'all. So the things that celebrities are doing, and now it's being put on Front Street for us to see. All it should do for you is humanize them. See, the baby only went through some shit that a lot of us black men went through already. That's nothing new. That is nothing new. Those little domestic disputes and spats, you arguing with your girl for 2-3 hours on and off. The tension's so thick in the air, you could cut it with a knife. Soon as somebody says something, everything that's being said is being said in a derogatory way. So it keeps igniting the argument. Brothers know what I'm talking about. Y'all know exactly what I'm talking about. Y'all been arguing since 9 in the morning. Y'all both still walking around mad, saying y'all little stuff to each other. Y'all know exactly what I'm talking about. So what we saw with Danny Lay and DaBaby, and I will not show it because I'm not with all of that entertainment tonight stuff. So I'm not going to get up here and show the argument. Everyone saw it already. The problem with that situation and what we should take from that situation as Black men is we need to learn to pick better women. That is what we need to learn. See, because don't think, oh, well, what's wrong with Danny Lay? Nobody's saying nothing wrong with that girl from the outside, but just with a little glimpse of how she is in the house, I don't think no dude in his right mind would deal with a female like her. That woman is very, very narcissistic. She think it's all about her. And being with a guy like DaBaby, who's also a narc and full of himself. I just showed the video a couple of videos ago where he was saying he's a quarter piece. He's a bad bee. So any woman that's with a guy like DaBaby, of course he's gonna play everything you say to the left. He's gonna do that. That's his attitude. That's who he is. That's who he is. But what happens when you get the female side of that? See, I'm not here to talk about what DaBaby is and none of no, we're not doing that. Let's speak about what happens when you pick a female that's like you. Because that's what Danny Lay is, the female version of DaBaby. That's why they're together. They're both narcissists. They're both full of each other. They're both codependent on each other. They're both full of themselves. You can see it. If you pay attention close to the argument, not just what they're saying, but how they're saying it, how they're delivering it. All their arguments are just shaming matches. That's what their argument was, a shaming match. They was trying to prove to each other who should submit to who based on who's better. That's what that was. That's what that was. Danny Lay is the female side of him. Like, how you going to talk to me like that? How you going to do this to me? How you're not going to respond to me the way I want you to? And that's the same way he was acting toward her. I ain't got to answer you. So I said what I said. And brothers, when we end up with women like this, we can't turn around and say, oh, well, you know, these women out here like this just because society. Yes, society plays a part on how women are. That's a fact. Who said you got to be with them? Who said that you had to choose them? Who said they had to get any of your time? See, that's what we're going to talk about today. We're going to talk about how Black men haven't learned how to pick the correct women. That's what we're going to talk about. We don't know how to pick them. We don't know how to pick them correctly. This is what happens. We think, oh, because we in the industry, I need me an industry girlfriend. When all you doing is messing with your coworkers. That's what you're doing. That's what you're doing when you a hip hop artist and your girl is an artist too. You're messing with your coworker. You're basically fraternizing at work. That's what you're doing. Why would a dude like the baby, with all the things that he have at risk currently, because he's still one wrong move away from being canceled out of the industry. See? So if you want to know, that's why he called the cops. Because he can't have nothing like that on his plate right now. Because that can trigger and set off other things that he already put the water on. He already trying to keep them, the colorful people off his back. He done got the HIV and AIDS society people off his back. So the last thing he need is the feminazis on his ass. That's the last thing he needs. That's why he called the cops. I understand why he did it. And she looks like the type that when she doesn't get her way, eventually she's gonna start swinging. If you go back and you watch that, you can see it. She doesn't have a problem hitting men. Danny Lay will swing on you. You can see it. She's very forthcoming when she speaks. She's gonna swing on you. She's gonna swing on you. So he was right in doing that. But dog, why is a woman like that getting so much of your goddamn time? How you end up having a baby with this crazy chick? The baby? How you end up having a baby by her? How? Why would you give a crazy girl like that all your time, man? So it's obvious you don't see the trouble that come with this female. You don't see it. So you mean to tell me after all the time you spent with her, after all the money you spent being around her, you still never saw the trouble that came with her, the baby? You could look in that girl's eyes and you could tell she's not all the way there. That girl not rat tight. See, black men, we have to understand exactly how to vet women. And you vet women through this process. First is your time. If you feel like a woman is important enough for your time, then that means she should have some internal value. You see? She's supposed to possess some type of internal value. She is supposed to possess some intangible values to you. So that means she's beyond you just having sex with her. See, when we talking about time and you spending time with a woman, we talking about outside of the bedroom, fellas. See, a lot of y'all think and y'all say, well, when we gonna spend time? Shout out to the Crimson Cure. She says the fact of the matter is he's not vetting any of these women. No 4Ts. You mean to tell me Danny Lay past time, told, trouble, and threat? Knock it off. Appreciate you, Crimson Cure, and that's a fact. Shout out to my sister, A-Game Nation in the building. But that's exactly what I mean. That's exactly what I'm talking about. See, she wasn't supposed to make it past the bedroom. And when you're just laying up and you having sex with a female, brothers, that's not time. Understand that. That's not time. That's not you spending time and getting to know her. Time is, most men in today's society understand that he has to invest the intangible and non-renewable resource of time to get to know a woman. He's determining if the reciprocity he receives benefit him moving forward. Meaning, the benefit is past you busting a nut. Will this woman be beneficial to your mission moving forward? That is why you invest time into a woman, not to bust nuts, fellas. We have to get that out of our heads. We have to stop thinking because we laying up having sex with a woman, we spending time with her. That's not spending time with her. That's spending time with her vagina. That's not spending time with her. Because just because you having good sex with a female, that doesn't mean she is a asset to you moving forward. She may only be an asset for you to have sex with. She may only be good for that. So understand, when we're talking about time, understand how important your time is. And that time should be based on y'all outside of the bedroom. The quality time. The time when y'all sitting down and y'all talking about things that matter, like education, like profession, like wealth, like her spirituality, like her health, like her family. See? Not just you banging her back out and y'all both sweating, and then y'all put y'all clothes back on and be like, "Whoo, thank you. Oh, I like you." No, fellas. That is not what time is in the vetting process of a man. Now, am I saying don't have sex? I'm not saying that. If you have sex, you have sex. You're grown. But don't think that that's quality time, because a lot of guys get that mixed up. This is why a lot of times having sex right off the rip confuses a lot of men. Because a lot of you guys, y'all may find a female that want to have sex with y'all, and y'all think because y'all having sex like that, that she like you like that, that she want to be with you. And she don't. She might just want to have sex with you. This is why I say time is outside the bedroom. That's how you account for the time that you spend with that woman, when y'all are not having sex. And when y'all are not doing things that's going to lead to sex. So quality time is not you at her crib or her at your house getting drunk watching Netflix. That's going to lead to sex. We're talking about getting to know her personally, getting to know the people she hang around. This is time. This is time. This is the time that I'm speaking on, brothers. That a lot of brothers claim they don't want to have time for nowadays. You don't want to take the time to actually get to know her. You want to get to know her via her box. And this is how you end up with a dirty foot hyena. Because you only want to get to know her through her box. You see? And sometimes you dudes Y'all can't handle that. This is why if you're looking to be in a relationship, see, understand what this represents. You're not vetting a woman to have sex with her, okay? This is for you to be in a relationship, for you to deal with a female. And I bet you the baby don't know nothing about this. Nothing about it. Because that girl is a ticking time bomb. You can look at that girl in her face. She's a ticking time bomb. She's a ticking time bomb. But this is what happens when we jump into situationships, because that's what the baby has with Danny Lay. It's a situationship. He even said in the clip that she's his side girl. She's his side girl. So that means he has a main chick. So if she's your side girl, bro, why you having kids by her? Why? Like in the video, you can see he was talking as if he really don't have too much energy for her like that. Like, yo, you my side girl. Like, I told you I don't rock with you like that. Your family know I don't rock with you like that. Then why you have a child by her, bro? Why is this woman up in your house if you don't think that much of her? Why are you taking on this woman's trouble? Why are you taking on this woman's trouble? And now you're left with a goddamn toll to pay because you had a baby by her. See, these are the mistakes that black men make. Chasing our penises. This is what happens. Now you got to call the cops on your girl to protect yourself. But the way you protect yourself initially is through the vetting process. That is how you initially vet a woman and protect yourself. That is the purpose of vetting her level of trouble and her levels of threat. Trouble is how much baggage she brings with her. That woman is crazy. Do y'all see how she look without makeup on? She looks like a totally different female. She's a nutcase. I've been with women like her. She's crazy. That girl's crazy. She's crazy. She's crazy. And he couldn't see this. This is why the way we vet women is extremely important, brothers. And like I said, we're going to see more and more of this type of stuff happen with brothers, simply because a lot of us think once we get on a certain plateau, this doesn't happen. It does. Look at what's happening to Will Smith. Poor vetting process. Because if he vetted Jada correctly, he would know not to get with her. She was running around getting served up in the industry. Served up. Poor vetting process, black man. Later on, now she becomes a threat to your existence. Because you didn't assess that. Now you got to call the cops on your girl, on your side chick. That's not what I said. That's what the baby said. He said Danny Lay is his side chick. So you having all these problems with your side chick. That shows you have a poor vetting process. You do not know how to vet women. This is a very big problem that black men like to run from and like to pass the buck on. We all was with crazy women. All of us. But there's no reason at 30-something years old you still picking these women. Don't tell me you've been dealing with the same women all your goddamn life. And then you want to try to blame society. No, Negro, you're picking them. You're picking them. There's no reason the baby is in the predicament that he's in and he's with a Danny Lay. Because Danny Lay does what? She brings in a high level of threat. She brings a bunch of goddamn baggage. There's no reason why a black man of his stature should even be dealing with her. Not a woman like Danny Lay. Oh no. And brothers, we can't sit here and act like, oh, this girl is just out of control. The baby can't do nothing about it. He picked her. He picked her and told her that she was his side chick. And she accepted it. So why can't he do something about it now and she acting up? See, I don't want to hear that. You can't have it both ways. You see? Either you're going to control a situation or you're not. You can't be in control in the beginning and say, well, I can't do nothing. I can't tell her what to do. How? When you're the one who brought her into your program. You're the one who brought her into your life. You brought her into your cipher. You're the man. You're the leader. Now, why would a multi-million-dollar man like the baby risk everything he got by dealing with a nutcase like her? Why? Why? I could tell you why. Because the way she looked. The way she looks. The way she looks. And the fact that he doesn't understand the 4 T's and how to apply them. That's why now he was looking the way he was looking in that video. He's sick of that girl. He's sick of her. Because this is not the first time they've been through something like that. I guarantee you every time they're around each other, when they're not having sex, they're beefing. That's the type of girl Danny Lay is, man. If y'all not having sex, and she not getting shit done the way she want it done, it's going to be a problem. She is in full hyena mode. Danny Lay, full hyena. And she's going to push the envelope. She's going to push it because she wants what she wants. She demands it. Why are you dealing with a woman like that, DaBaby? Why would any black man of his stature deal with a woman like that? She's going to be out to destroy you. Soon as she don't get what she want, she's going to do something to try to hurt you. Because she never took the threat off the table. But guess where you messed up, brother? You didn't even see all of the trouble that she was coming with. You see? See, before we get to her level of threat, you got to assess the trouble. A lot of these women are mentally ill. That's her troubles. She's coming with that. You have to deal with that, brother. You got to deal with her narcissism. You got to deal with her bipolar ass. You got to deal with that. That is trouble for you, brother. You can't pay for that stuff to go away. You can't. She comes with this stuff. But a lot of us brothers, we ignore it. And then a lot of us don't even think it's a big problem. We don't think that that's actually troubling for us. It is. It is. Trust me when I tell you. I've been with a woman like that. I know. I done had knives pulled on me. I done went through that stuff. I went through that stuff. It's not cool. It's not cool. And after you mad, and after you get mad at her for all the shit that she done to you, guess what? Guess what it's going to come back to? Guess what it's going to come back to, black man? It's going to come back to your vetting process. It's going to come back to, well, damn, how did I end up with this crazy woman? It's always going to come back to that. Correct me if I'm wrong, fellas. Let me know in the chat room. Sound off in the chat room and let me know if I'm right or if I'm wrong. It's always going, all of us always come back and say to ourselves, God damn, how I end up with her? How did I end up with this girl? Y'all let me know in the chat room. Let me know in the chat room. See, because that stuff really, that's you actually saying, well, damn, I didn't know how to pick them. I picked the wrong one. And it is because I didn't look at certain things. I didn't look at certain things. I ignored certain things. I ignored her crazy ass because she was sexy. She was sexy. So I ignored that she was crazy. Correct me if I'm wrong, fellas. Come on, man. We deal with women in here. Masculine men deal with women. We know. And we don't just deal with women sexually. We deal with women. So we know. Y'all correct me if I'm wrong. A sexy woman could get over with a lot of things with dudes, especially if his vetting process is off. Especially if you haven't been taught how to vet a woman correctly, she gonna get over on you every time. What they call it, pretty privilege. That's the privilege. That's the privilege. The privilege is she's gonna get away with a lot of bullshit that she bring to the table. She's gonna get away with it because she's pretty. That's what pretty privilege is. Men are going to let her get away with a lot of bullshit she should get checked about because she's pretty. And that all stems back to a man's lack of vetting. Because just because she's pretty don't mean she should get away with stabbing you. Okay? Just because she's pretty, she shouldn't get away with throwing bleach on your clothes and throwing bleach on you and damaging your cars. She shouldn't get away with that shit because she pretty. Just because she's pretty, she don't have the right to burn down your goddamn house. Rest in peace, Left Eye. She burned down that man's whole house. She burned that man's house down. She burned his house down. Because he was with a crazy, pretty chick. She was crazy as shit. We know that girl wasn't right in her head. That's why she went to Dr. Sabi before she died, to get her spirit right. But brothers, we can't keep letting women get away with that shit because they pretty. We have to employ a vetting process. And this process, it should be active whether she's a pretty woman, whether she's an average at best woman or whether she's a 4 or a 3. You are supposed to employ this vetting process because this vetting process is for you. It is for you to get the best pick for yourself. And remember, this vetting process is not for you to just get a little shot of vagina. This is not just for sex. This is not for sex. This is for relationships. This is for when you're ready to pick a mate, not for when you're ready to pick a sex partner. I want to make that clear, fellas. I want to make that clear. Okay? This is not the place you come for game to get you some quick little sex. This is not that kind of manhood. We're not doing that. If you're going to use a vetting process, it is because you're looking for a companion. You're looking for a mate. Because you don't have to do all that vetting when, if you want what you want, just hit the PayPal button. You just hit the PayPal button. You don't have to use the 4T method when you could just hit the Cash App. You see? And everything will go smoothly. Okay? So if you're looking to just try to have some sex, the vetting process is not for that. Okay? Because number one is your time. And this is the time that you spend outside of the bedroom. Number two is the toll. The toll. Now, this toll that you pay, it's a tangible toll and an intangible toll. It's a tangible price that you pay and an intangible price. Now, the baby, he don't mind paying the money. He got bread. He don't mind. But it's the intangible price that he's paying, or that he don't want to pay some more of. See, he can't take no more public scrutiny. He can't take no more of that. That's why he called the cops. So he could look good in the situation and not look like the bad person because he already got too much publicity on him. You see, that's the intangible price he's paying for dealing with a hyena. She's not going to represent you right. She's not going to represent herself while she's with you. She's going to embarrass you. She's going to do things so the media could come after you. This is the price you pay when you spend time on the wrong woman. This is what happens. Look at Will. Same thing with Will Smith. And how she's attacking his image. See? These are the results of a bad vetting process, brothers. That's what this is about. If we're going to take responsibility and be leaders, sometimes we got to hold our L's and we got to say, listen, I didn't know this. I didn't know I should have been doing this. I didn't know I should be doing that. I didn't know. I didn't know. I just didn't know. No one ever taught me how to choose a woman. No one taught me to stay away from the pretty demon. No, nobody teaches us that. To stay away from the red bone demon who's just so seductive. Nobody taught us how to deal with that, brothers. Now we have a solution to that problem. Now we have a solution to that problem. We have a vetting process that we should employ that we supposed to tell our sons to employ. If a woman is not worth more than a screw, she ain't for you. Let me repeat that. If a woman is not more than a screw, she's not for you. Understand that, fellas. If you don't see her, if you don't see nothing past you and her, busting some nuts, she's not for you, bro. She's not for you. Because what else do you know about her? What else do you like about her? A lot of you brothers, if I ask you brothers a lot of you brothers will be like, man, I don't even know. Man, I don't even know. Because you're fooling yourself. You think you like her. You don't like her. You like having sex with her, bro. You don't like her. You don't even know her. Don't forget you a man. Men can have sex with strangers, man. We men. And I'm not saying that like we're just barbaric. No. A man doesn't have to know a woman to screw her. I don't gotta know you. I gotta know where you live and where your mama from and none of that. I don't care about that. Ooh, let me see that there. That's all that matters when we talking about sex. That's how men are driven if we talking about sex. But when we talk about spending time with a woman, now we talking about when y'all not having sex. Now we talking about the time y'all spend with y'all clothes on and y'all never take the clothes off. See, now we talking about that. See, because that is when you can actually sit down as a man and analyze a woman. Your analysis is going to be off, fellas, when you constantly, just releasing and releasing and releasing. That mess with your decision-making process. Y'all let me know if I'm lying or not in the chat room. Y'all brothers know what I'm talking about when you're laid up in the house all day and you're just bussing and bussing and bussing and bussing. Sometimes you might get up and be dizzy, like, oh, whoa, wait, I got up too damn fast. Because you just laid up all day, just bussing. You and her just going at it. Going at it. Those be the times you better not make no decisions. You in the days, bro. Your mind is come on, man. You can't make a sound decision. And you about three of them in. You done bust about 3 of them. You ain't gonna make no sound decision. That's why in the vetting process, time is outside the bedroom. And this is why when you don't value your time, you pay a major price. If the baby didn't call the cops, he may be paying a bigger toll right now. The toll might be much, much heavier because of him not understanding how important his time is and understanding how important time is in a relationship. Time is not y'all going to Dubai having sex on the beach. That's not time. The relationship has to be built on time that is actually going to keep a relationship. Meaning getting into her education, her mobility, things like that. Her profession, what do she know how to do? What does she know how to do? What do she like to do on her downtime? What is her leisure like? Getting to know a woman. Getting to know her. What does she like to do outside of music? The baby probably don't even know that. Because it looked like he never cared. This is a problem, black man. We have to vet our woman correctly. We have to. We have to. Or we're going to keep falling in these same pitfalls that we've been falling in. Shout out to Miss Lynette. She said the baby should have picked up on her behavior, and now he does not like the chaos she brings to the table. Exactly. Exactly, Lynette. I appreciate it. Appreciate the super chat, love. But that's a fact. That's a fact. That's a fact. But he didn't pick up on her chaos because he doesn't have a vetting process. And this is what happens, fellas, when you don't. When you don't. And the reason why he doesn't have a vetting process, he doesn't care to vet a woman correctly, is because he's following the lost value system. He's following the lost value system. Him and Danny, they're both following the lost value system. And in the lost value system, in the realm of profession, there is no loyalty. There's no loyalty. There's no loyalty. So she'll throw his ass under the bus. She don't care. She don't care. She'll let the media eat him alive and destroy his career. She don't mind. She don't care. She's not loyal. He's with another entertainer. This is why I said earlier, he's sleeping with his colleague. They're in the same industry. And this is how a lot of these little young chicks that's in the industry, that's halfway talented, that's how they stay relevant. They go around and they destroy black men in the industry. That's what they do. Vivica Fox, somebody? You want me to keep going? That's what they do, brothers. But it's our job to learn how to pick them. Learn how to pick them. Just because you a six-figure dude don't mean you need to be with a sugar baby. That don't mean that. Just say that's what you want. And when you want those type of women, these are the type of women that are going to come with a whole heap of trouble and they never going to take the threat off the table. Jada Pinkett, Danny Lay, Lyra Galore, Gabrielle Union. Want me to keep going? Amber Rose. You want me to keep going? Black China. You want me to keep going? Delicious. Because she got her man by the balls. You want me to keep going? Exactly. Brothers, we got to know how to pick them. And start thinking with our minds and stop thinking with our penises. Because you can't vet a woman with your penis inside of her. You're not going to vet her correctly. Because you're thinking with that head. Got to think with this head, Papa. You got to think with this head, Papa. This the head that's going to make you make the right decision when you're vetting her. Not that head. Not Mr. Fathead. Mr. Fathead going to do what Mr. Fathead want to do. And that's get himself in trouble. This head, Papa. Use this one. You use this to vet a woman, not this. Or you could just end up like the baby And a lot of these other rappers and athletes who go through hell because they want to lay up with a cute little strag. They let Fathead do the vetting. And you get what you get, fellas. So I appreciate y'all for tuning into today's show. Shout out to everybody that came through. I apologize if I missed any super chats. I'm going to scroll up and see if I missed any. But if I did, my apologies. I appreciate all of the super chats. I appreciate all the love and the support. Shout out to all of the visionaries. That's a fact, Fierce Soul, Dr. Dre's wife. Yes, sir. Shout out to all of the visionaries out there. I appreciate y'all for coming through. Shout out to all of the donators. If you donated through Super Chat or via Cash App, I appreciate all the love and the support. Shout out to the A-Game Nation in the building. I appreciate y'all for coming through and holding it down as always. DS1 Raw, Sheep Stay Sleep TV. And remember, brothers, we are our own agency. We are our own agency. It's time to employ a vetting process. Because if you don't vet the woman, all you showing her is you don't value yourself. We'll catch y'all on the next one. Peace.
Black guy. Hello, how may I help you?
Hey, Habibi, look, my hang low ain't working like it's supposed to. You got any of them sex pills?
May I randomly suggest one of these generic products?
Nah.
You should take the A-game, little bro.
Bling bling for the ding ding.
Nah.
You shouldn't be taking that poison, little bro. Here, try one of mine.
Yes, right.
A-game will make a girl give you her credit card number.
It is very true.
Plus, it's an all-natural solution for men. Not like these gas station pills gonna make your manhood shrivel up and fall off.
Oh my golly, he's right. A-game is an all-natural solution for men. And you take it and it give you energy and libido and your vitality will be out the roof.
I feel it kicking in already. I'm gonna go home and show my girl.
Okay, but don't forget to drink 16 to 32 ounces of water.
Hey, baby.
Ooh, look who brought their A game.
And that A is for apocalypse, because I'm about to blow your back up.
Ooh, I love it when you bring your